Hello coders, in this video we will see the next question from our LeetCode 75 list, and let me take you the screen. And this is the question, which is find peak element. So basically what the question says, a peak element is an element that is strictly greater than its neighbors. And who are the neighbors? The element which occurs before it and the element which occurs after it. So basically adjacent elements. Given a zero index integer array nums, find peak element and return its index. If array contains multiple peaks, return the index of any of the peak. Okay, you may imagine that that num minus 1 and num n is equal to minus infinity. Basically the leftmost and the rightmost out of that nums index. Like before 0 minus 1, which is nums minus 1, and after n minus 1, n, which is nums n. We can consider it as minus infinity, that basically very low. And in other words, an element is always considered to be strictly greater than the neighbors that is outside the array. Okay, you must write an algorithm that runs in big O of n time. That is the challenging, because till here the question was simple, like what we needed to check, just adjacent element. So if we want to write in big O of n, like we just needed to check adjacent element, right? We'll start it from 0 till n minus 1, and for the 0 what we will check, we'll check the index element at the first index. And if element at index 0 is greater than index what I'm saying element at index 1, then we'll return 0, because that's what we wanted. Nums minus 1 is minus infinity, and nums at 1 is less than nums at 0, then we'll return 0. And if this thing for the last index, what we will do, we'll check n minus 2, that index, and n minus 2 index, like element at the n minus 2 index and element at the n minus 1 index. If the element at n minus 1 index is greater than element at the n minus 2 index, then we'll return n minus 1, because that's what question says. And what if it is in middle? Then we'll check from I minus 1 and I plus 1 and I. We'll check if nums is greater than nums at I minus 1 and nums at I is greater than nums at I plus 1. So basically it is peak, right? It is greater than both of each adjacent. So we'll return that I index. What if we have just one element in like nums vector of size 1? In that case it will be like we'll return 1 only, because that is the greater one from minus infinity, because they have given nums at I will be greater than minus 2 to the power 31, and it will be like 2 to the 30 power minus 1. So if the size is 1, then we'll return 1, and if size is 2, then we'll check first that 0 and n minus 1 index, and for every index in between 0 and n minus 1, we'll just run a for loop. And that is the solution, which works in big O of n. And that they're not expecting that solution. They saying ki they want it in big O of log n. So how we can solve it? Now we are solving question of binary search, right? So can we find it in binary search? In binary search, first answer will be no, like that you'll see, that you'll think, cause it's not sorted. And how we can find element in sorted? Like if it is not sorted, then how we can apply binary search, like thing that you may think. But just think, uh, they have said we have multiple peak elements. What if we have just one peak element in whole array? Then what you will do? Uh, what you will do? Like it will be just like 1 minute. What I can say, that uh, you can think it like we have just one peak element. So the graph, like graph, if we take a graph of from first element, second element, third element, like graph basically means here elements are in increasing order or are in decreasing order. That's what we are thinking. So I'll think first graph will draw that it will be I'm seeing the elements are in increasing order. As I said, just we have just one peak element, it can be anywhere. Okay, so I'm saying ki it is at index I, and we'll start from 0, and it will go till index I, and then graph will start decreasing. So it will look like this, okay. What if we have first decreasing and then increasing like this? So let me draw it again. 0, I, and n, like this. Okay, like this. In this case, we have peak element at 0 itself, because then graph itself starting decreasing, and the element at -1 index, it is greater, like it is less, like it is in minus infinity. So element at the 0 index, it will be always greater than the minus infinity, and it is greater than its neighbor element that we saw in the graph. So we'll return 0. Okay, we can either return 0 or either we can return n. We have two peaks here. Now they are saying कि we will have multiple elements, like multiple peaks. Basically, array isn't sorted. So if array isn't sorted, the graph can be like it, it, it can go peak, then it can go to deep. Like it can first the slope will be the positive, then the slope will be the negative. Like things happen. Like let me draw like this. This can be the graph. Okay. So how we can find it? So basically, what I'm thinking right now, okay, uh, we'll uh, we'll think about just one peak, and then we'll think about a multiple peak. Will that work? That's what I'm thinking first. Okay, so let's reduce it to the one peak. We have they told we will have multiple peak. First, we'll work for the one peak. If I have a one peak, then how I will solve it? Using binary search, because to solve it in big of log n time, we need to use binary search. That intuition you got here, but we just need to see how you can use the binary search. Okay, so in binary search, what we do, we start low index from 0 and high index at n minus 1. So we'll take low index at 0 and high index at n minus 1. We'll take mid one. Now the mid one, where the mid one can lie, like I'm just thinking ki it has just one peak. We'll take just that test cases ki where we'll have just one peak. So the mid, where the mid can lie, so mid can lie here in this graph here, or the mid can be the peak element that here or here. It basically means ki it can lie on a graph in which like slope is increasing on that, or the slope is decreasing on that part, or on the peak part. That these are the three positions where mid can lie. So now let's see the first case where mid lie from 0 to peak, like on the positive graph. There, what we can say, that if I go to that mid and if I check from from its last index, like not adjacent index but the previous adjacent index, the mid one is greater. Okay, and from next index it is lesser. Oh shit, then I will think ki, okay, at least it is greater than the previous index, but it is lesser than the next index, so my peak lies after my mid. That I can definitely say, right? Right now I'm thinking just one peak, that you need to remember. Okay, so now the one thing I got here ki that mid element is greater than the previous adjacent and it is lesser than the next adjacent. So we we need to find peak element in after the mid, that you got here. So I need to shift my low to the mid plus 1, because I know ki it's after the mid now, that my peak is after the mid. Okay, so then what I will do ki I will continue this process. Let's see in next half, when I did this, I got the mid in on the lowest, on negative slope. I'm I'm checking it, right? Like I'm checking it if it is greater than the adjacent element, like adjacent previous element and adjacent next element. So if it is when it is at negative slope, it will be what it will be. It will be greater than the next element, and it will be smaller than the previous element. Okay, so here we confirm that if I am greater than the next element, then the peak must lie before me. So if peak lie before me, then that mid index should be the high. In binary search, that's what we do. Like we divide the search space. So we need to divide the search space. Like we need to cut that we need to cut that the search space which is after that mid. So what I will do, high is equals to mid minus 1, and I will find from that low to this space. Likewise I will do, and at one point I will get the index where I can return that index, or that will be the peak index according to this condition. That's what that will happen. Okay, so now think about if I have multiple slopes, then what can happen? Then what can happen? First, if I get a mid, the same things happen. Like I will check it from previous index and from the next index. Let's say it is on positive graph, and I'm checking it. Here, the mid have one more position that we can say, which is the like how it is previously what we had. It can be on positive slope, it can be a peak, it can be on negative slope. Here now when we have a multiple peaks, at that time the mid one can be at positive slope or at peak or at lowest deepest or the lowest point, we can say at its lowest point or on the negative slope. These four position we have. So first we handled 3 cases, now we have to handle 4 cases. So that's if we that's what we need to write in program. Okay, for the first 3 cases I told you what we will do. For this case, then when we get a point, the which condition it will satisfy. Like if that mid is lowest one, then what it will say is ki I am the lowest, like I am the smaller than my previous one, and I am smaller than my next one. So in that case, so basically it's saying like I'm saying about this point. So if I get this point, does it matter if I go ahead and if I go like behind it? Because I have 2 peaks here, I can see. So I can assign low and high, both I can assign to anything, right? So we'll try both, like because we clearly see here, if I am at deeper, like if I accidentally get need my at lowest point, then I'll have a 2 peaks that I can say. So yeah, let's write all this in code, and yeah, I hope you will understand it. Like whatever I explained, I think you understood it, but through the code you will understand it better. So let's write the code. Yeah, so what I'm saying, what do we have? We have nums, and first I will take how many elements are there in nums. So num dot size, I will say n is equals to nums dot size, and then I will check if my n equals to 1, then it's always a peak element, right? So I will return 1, because it will be greater than the minus infinity, it will be greater than the minus infinity which is at leftmost and which is at rightmost. So we'll return 1 here. Now we'll check for the num 0. If my num 0, now here clear that we have more than 1 element in the nums, because we checked here. Okay, and they have given that nums dot length will be always greater than 1 and less than or equal to 100. So we have now, if I check n is equal to 1, and if it is false, then it means ki n is greater than 1. So I can say that like I can write it like if my num 0 is greater than numsat 1, it will not give me like index for, like I'll have a 2 elements minimum here. So what I will do here, first I will check if my num 0 is greater than numsat 1, then I will return 0, because that the peak I found. If my numsat n minus 1 is greater than num set n minus 2. So I can say कि I will say कि my n minus 1 is the peak. Now we'll do binary search and we'll start from n minus 2 index. From 2 to n minus 2 index. So my low point will be at 2 and my high point will be at n minus 2. Okay. And our binary syntax, like that binary search syntax, we can say low is less than till low is less than equal to high. What I will do, I will find mid. I'll find mid is equals to low plus high minus low by 2, and then what I will do, I will check if my num set mid is greater than its previous num set mid minus 1, and my num set mid is also greater than my nums at mid plus 1. It is greater than the previous one also, and it is greater than the next one also. Then I found the peak, so I will return that mid. Okay, it is the peak. That's what it asking. And if it is not, like if this condition not get satisfied, then what we will do? We'll check the first condition, which is nums at mid. It is greater than nums at mid minus 1. If at least one condition is true, which is basically means I am at positive slope, I am greater that mid point. Basically say nums at mid is greater than the previous one. Then what I will do? Okay, if nums at mid is greater than the nums at mid minus 1, then my peak lies after my mid. That you can understand, right? So if my peak like after mid, what I need to do? I need to do low is equals to mid plus 1. Okay, go ahead and search in next space, and if next condition is true, not the first condition, it means that I am on negative slope. Nums at mid greater than basically I am the greater than my next one. Okay, so basically what it means? So basically it means that I am on negative slope. I am going down basically. So if I am going down and I am the greatest one from the next one, but I am the smaller one from my previous one, that's why it's not satisfied. Then my peak lies behind me. That's why it's happened. So if peak lies behind me, then update the high. High is equals to mid minus 1. Else, at this condition will be what? This condition is of the deepest point. Like that number not greater than the previous one, it's not greater than the next one, and the one who can be the equal to the previous one or the lesser, or the equal to the next one or the lesser. It means that I'm the deepest one, not the all, and basically like I'm the that mid number is less than or equal to the previous one, and it is less than or equal to the next one. That's why it's not satisfied any of the if else condition, any of the above condition. In that case, I said कि I'll have two options. Either I can search in next space, or either I can search in previous space. So right now let's see we will search for the previous space. So for the previous space, what I need to do? I need to update my high. High is equals to mid minus 1, and okay, we'll have we'll get the answer anyhow here from here, but and we are returning the answer here itself, and we need to return something here because it is the type of int. So for that we'll just return if nothing has happened. We are just saying ki if no index I'm returning, so I will return an invalid index which is minus 1. I will return minus 1, though it won't possible anywhere. Like we'll get a point which is peak in that array, and we'll return the answer here itself, but we need to return something because it is int type. So yeah, we'll do this and just run it. Oh, okay. It is accepted. Just submit it. Oh, when it was 1, expected 0. Wait, what did I return? Oh shit. We need to return index. When we have one number in that nums, we will return 0. That is the index. Okay. Submit it. Oh, it is not satisfied anywhere. How it can be? Like, we have 2 here. Then also mid greater than mid minus 1, and also less if it is greater than this. If mid is greater than mid minus 1, if mid is greater than this. If mid is greater than mid minus 1 and the greater than the previous one, I need to search ahead, and I am the less greater than my next one, I need to search behind. We did it right. Then why it's returning like this? Again. High is equals to mid minus 1. Yeah, this is also right. Then what we can do? We can do one thing. We can change like high to low. We can check that. Though it shouldn't matter, but let's check it. Use this discuss and check it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. What can be going wrong here? Mid nums at mid plus 1. We'll return this. Oh, sorry. We are starting from the first position. So we'll start low is equals to 1. Then we'll do it. So, okay. Just run it. Arey yaar. We are starting from the second element, and second element's index is 1. That's where we, that's what we wrote wrong. Surprisingly, 65 test is fast. Okay. It is accepted, and let's take here like in next I just said ki we will have a two peak points. Now we took low is equals to mid plus 1 and we searched it in next space. So let's take high is equals to mid minus 1. Let's search before it, because we just saw we had 2 peak points. So we should able to find it in next space also. We should be able to find before it also, and that's we able to find it here, and it is accepted. So yeah, that was today's question. Let's see what's time complexity. As we are using binary search, it's log n time complexity, and the search, like how much space did we use? Nothing. Like it is just big of one constant space we used. Low, n, high. So yeah, so let me write it. So time complexity is big of log n, and the space complexity is big of 1. Okay, so this was today's question, guys. And if you liked my video, then like, share and subscribe to my channel, and we'll meet in next video. Till then, bye bye.